All right. Now, my disability still allows me under the table to make 890 a month. That's what I was trying to explain to Tim anyway. When I was working for him, right? So when he was paying me the way he was paying me, right, that was allowed by my disability. So I was trying to explain to him, right? And I hope he wasn't thinking we were doing anything illegal there. No, we weren't. We weren't. By the way. But technically speaking, right, if I'm working a part-time job or not, right, and it's under $890 a month, right, depending on what minimum wage is, right, that's how many hours I can work a month, right? Mm-hmm. So, what is minimum wage in Georgia is fine, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, Georgia says 515, right? And then if you're under the Federal Fair Labor Standards Act, it's 725. Mm-hmm. But for Georgia, it's 515, right? Now that's what Tim was paying me, around 725, right? Which legally he could, And since I'm VA disabled, right, but also SSI disabled, that's federal, right? Right. Okay. Okay. So five. Whoops. Doing that backwards. 890 a month divided by 515 equals 172 hours a month, right? I can work, right? 0.81, right? Let's just call it 173 or 72 every other month, right? So, then you divide that by 4, right? mm-hmm. Oops. equals 43. And, hell, that'd almost get me a full-time job in Georgia, wouldn't it? If the lowest you can make is $8.90 a month, right? And then you divide that by 5, and that's 8.6 hours a month. I know. But I can't work full time because of the disability, the arthritis in my back and ankle. See, that's the point I keep explaining to you, nutballs, right? Full time work is 8 hours. If I can be on my feet a few hours, that's not the same as being on my feet 8 hours. I know. Now, if by 4 to 6 hours I'm in pain, right, enough where I need another tramadol or something, again, they're not going to want me to work on that, right? Even though I'm doing the job, right? Now, the only thing I could have made messed up is there was 226 bins, right? But the if I remember correctly, right? But you don't know necessarily which bin the medication goes in unless you're told, right? By someone else, right? Because neither bin has a particular way to figure out where you're at with while doing the medication. No, it don't. No, it don't. Mm-hmm. 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 But like I'm trying to tell you though, right? A pharmacy tech gets 15 an hour, right? If they were to get a job, right? That means I can only work 15 hours a month. A week. So that would be like 5, really 3 days a week for 5 hours a day. Technically. See that too. Mm-hmm. 15 times 15 times, that's 225. 4 equals 900, right? So again, if the goal is 890, that means 1 week I would have to work what? 14 hours. 14 hours of a 4-week week. Right? Now that's why I'm kind of trying to do this. If I get a part-time job, I'm going to need to work so much, but get paid so much, right? Mm-hmm. And like I said, I'm even willing to work for Burger King, McDonald's, and but it still's got to be, the hours are still important because of the disability, right? The bad back and the ankle. So idiot also don't understand how drumming, you're in one place and your upper body does all the work. I keep telling him that too. Even the karate, okay, I don't do it all day. I can set aside 30 minutes and do it for 30 minutes. That's not the same thing as keeping your house clean. Then you might be like, well, you gotta this, that, and the other. Well, that's the point, right? Only thing that's on my floor would be catalogs from the companies that send them to me, and they don't dirty the house. it might look a little disarrayed, right? Not well, what's the word? Arranged, right? But it's not so crazy that you wouldn't understand because of my disability what's going on if you were to come into the house. You know what I mean, right? Like I said, right? But, and what, right? You know, um, if I'm not doing nothing wrong, why do you insist I'm doing something wrong when I'm not? It just because you don't understand the nature of my disability don't mean I do either. I'm just showing you how it affects me. Associated with the 3-story fall in the military. So I was just told initially I just broke my pelvis, pushed it up a centimeter, whatever that means. And, a centimeter ain't that far. It's about, say, 3/4 of an inch, a quarter of an inch, right? Somewhere in there, right? Maybe a little bit larger, but okay. But I was also told 5 millimeters to a centimeter, like I know what that means. I know. But that's called medical fraud when more is wrong and you didn't tell me. See, you are medically responsible for that, maybe, and the VA, because you're not, being honest about how it should affect me. And trust me, if I'm walking on it, it's because of the paralytic in the Bible, which makes it religious, right? Not covered under the First Amendment, right? And it's not because I know or don't know. I've been knowing for, last 5 to 6 years, right? What's wrong? I finally looked at it, right? Reason for that is if something's wrong and you're told something's wrong, but you don't know what's wrong, and they keep giving you x-rays and you keep hurting, of course, you know something's more going on than they're telling you after a while, too. That's all you know. You don't know why you're hurting. You're almost expecting yourself to get better. Why? Because, like, Jackie Chan, I heard, broke a bunch of bones, and he's still doing what he does. I know, right? Right. I don't know. I don't know. Or, say, Sammo Hung, he's kind of considered a big guy for a Chinese guy, so I figure I'm, like, in his range of weight, right? Because I was Bruce Lee's range, or Jackie Chan's, right? Now I'm, like, 330 this morning after breakfast, right? So I'm still under 340, but still maintaining my weight the best I can, right? With the disability, right? Which you don't have to work out all day, right? To work out a little bit. Even the drums is an upper body workout, sure. I can do this in the chair and work out my upper body. Right? That's just punching to the side. Well, that also works your muscles, right? In your stomach, right? Yeah. And you do that for like, I ain't even counted yet, but I say this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now, that's about 3 times. So that's probably almost 90 or something like that. But that can work out my belly. But I can't do, say, sit-ups because it'll hurt my back a little bit. But I can use one of those things that help you, like the sit up thing. I got it, right? That can help me a little bit, right? But still, the length of time, right? I was doing sit ups over 100 a pop during the PT, right? Or the physical training part of the Navy, right? Well, every so often, I think it's every 6 months, right? Or so, right? You have to do a physical fit test, right? Which includes a 1.5 mile run, how many ever push ups and sit ups you can do in so much time, right? Like a few minutes, right? Well, I was up in the 100 range with the sit ups and push ups, right? Almost still range. And one time I ran so fast, I was just zipping by. I think I did it in under 6 minutes, somewhere around there, right? But that was one time, you know, before I fell, before you fell. Now, another thing I can't really do right now is run. I think that was my biggest weight loser right there is running. I don't mean jogging, though I do that sometimes too. I mean running. Like a bat out of hell. To quote Meatloaf. And not that he's the only one who can say bat out of hell. either. Right. He just did an album entitled Bat Out of Hell. I guess he's the only one who can do that too, huh? I don't know. It's what you're acting like sometimes. Alright, so I'm gonna go for a 5-minute walk because of the heat, right?